Hi, in this video I will show you how to make a template to find a list of manufacturer for certain animal product or material with specific country listing. To do this, we need to download two documents: country listing document and registers and list document. These documents can be downloaded from MPI website. MPI website, this is the URL address, and search for food safety registers and lists. Scroll down, you'll find this hyperlink animal products country listing. So click on this one. It takes you to search for country listing. I click on this one. Then I click search. It will give you the detailed result CSV file. Download this file and save it into the folder. I call this folder AP material. So give it a name, country listing, and then save. And yes, we need to replace it. This is to update. You can use this method also to update the country listing. Like if you want to download it after 1 month or 2 months, then maybe there is a change, there is changes. So it would be better if you do this process again to make sure that it is an up-to-date list. So yes, replace it. So it is now replaced. Now we go and find the registers and list. If we scroll down to further pet food processor, further pet food processors. If you click on further and wait for the page to download. And then click search. And scroll down to the end and download the results, which is at 6,450 which cover 24 registers and lists. Although we don't need it for the country listed, but this is better than getting going to each list separately. This combine all the registers and lists. So click download results and replace this one, registers and lists. So now we updated. Yes, yes. Do you want to replace it? Yes. So now we are up to date. Now we go back to the folder. Because these documents, there is no hyperlink or there is no link address. So this is the only way that we can update the template, by downloading them when we need it. So to manually update these things, you need to copy the folder path. So we go a step back to go to the folder, and this is the folder where we saved these two documents, and then I click copy path, and then we open a new spreadsheet and paste it here, and then we create a table, AP country listing, and then enter, and then insert table, and select my table has headers and click OK. Now we created a table. So we click inside the table and go to data, and then from table, in the formula bar, add folder dot contents, and then curly bracket, and then square brackets, and square brackets, we put AP country listing, which is the header of this table. AP country listing, AP country listing, and then we close the header and hit enter. There must be something wrong. AP country listing, missing G, spelling error. Now we pull the data from the folder. So we start open one by one. First we start with the country listing, and then in this case we need to promote headers. To do that, either you click use first row as header, or from here use first row as headers, both the same. Now we need to clean this column to make sure that only markets are in here, because there is some inconsistency in this CSV file. So to do that, go load more, and then remove blank, remove all halal, remove allowed, approved. We keep Argentina. Bovine is not a market. Crustacean is not a market. Fish. Mollusk is not. Other honey, other insect, ovine, those are all non-market. This one is also not a market. Now we removed all irrelevant words. Now we go OK. Now we can close and load and select only create connection and add this data model. We duplicate this one to bring the second file. So we remove these ones, and now we go to the registers and list. Click on binary, and then you will see there is suffix. We need to get rid of the suffix. To do that is to go transform, extract before dilemma, and the dilemma is slash. Now there are no suffix. Now we need to remove the duplicate because we will create one-to-many relationship. So now remove any duplicates. We need to promote the header. So now the header promoted. Then we go to the main. To product material, we need to duplicate this one. We don't have to, but it would be better. Duplicate. And now it is ready to be, and change the name. Registers. Lists. And then close, and the same, only create connection, add this data to the data model. I click OK. Now we go to the Power Pivot and manage and diagram view, and then we connect the identifier of the country listing with the MPI ID, and you can see the relation is one to many. We close this one and then create a pivot table. Insert pivot table from data model, and then a new worksheet, and then we go to registers, to the country listing, and we take the identifier and put it into the value, and we go to registers and list. We take the MPI number, and then we go back to registers and lists, and we select everything. You need to download them all because there is some inconsistency and you don't know the information is all over the columns. Now we can add from this one the product material, and then we add the copy of product material. We put it into the filter. So now design, show in tabular form. Now we got the template. So if we search, for example, we need to select multiple items, and then we put, for example, a dried blood. So these are the operator or the manufacturer of dry blood, and this is the country eligibility or country listing for each site. So BPW10 is listed for China. The name of premise is a Prime Rangi Meats Limited. So this operator handles a dried blood. To prove it, we go, you will see product material, dried blood, all the one with the dry blood is filtered. If we change it to, for example, tallow, we cancel the filter and we put tallow. So now if we go and see all the selected one has got tallow, tallow. Then now if we collapse all, so now we can see all the sites or operators or manufacturer who are handling tallow with this one. We need to narrow the listing. We can narrow it either by market, so we click, or by city. Most important is the market, of course. So insert slicer, and this is the registers on list. We need the city from the registers on list, and from the country listing we need the market. Okay, so we need to resize them. We put and we make a space for the slicers. Insert. Now we go to space and we give another space on the side. Insert. So now we can put one slicer here and the other slicer here, And then in this case we need to narrow this list. We go Canada. So these are the Canada, and we are interested only the one in Christchurch. So we got 4 operators handling tallow. We need to expand to see tallow. And this site is listed for Canada because we selected Canada and may not. Yeah. Now with this one we can add another search, not only by product material. We can add more filters to this by like a primary we can add, and we can add secondary. So for primary we have to clear this one. For the primary we can select, make sure that select multiple refrigeration. Candling, candling, yeah, for the primary. So it will bring you all the candling, and it looks like there are no country listing for the candling. But if we select dressing, there is dressing for Canada. If we release this one, we got more. If we release this one, we get more. So these are the sites for dressing, and we can narrow the list by selecting a city or a listing, a market. So there is only one site in Balcotha, China listed, and it is a slaughterhouse. So if we expand, we can see that it is listed for China, for pet food as well, poultry, casings, meat, pet food, address, processing of wine, caprine, sheep casings. All this information you can available, plus the detail of the product material. So now we can search either by product material for country listing, or by primary processor, or by secondary processor with specific country listing and the location, just to make the list easier. Hope you enjoy this video. Thank you very much. Bye.